Let's make sure that everything is a working fine here. Take a little peek. And I guess while we're doing that, let's listen to the ending of this song. Huh. I think it's working. Hey, I say, it goes, it goes, it goes. So that's gonna be one of the newest songs coming out called "Get Goose." I have some other great things that are gonna be coming out with it, which shall be concealed at this time. The Alchemist here. Fantastic to be here. I've not been able to. What's going on, Nico? We got Nico in the chat here. Um, I have had some crazy experiences with spiritual evolution this year. Uh, from being able to connect with like my psychic senses greater, growing in my understanding my purpose, my spiritual purpose, and that's through my eyes of perception. Anyone could say this is what you're supposed to do, believe in this, do that. My eyes of perception, really unlocking it, getting rid of all the other visions that are put in there, whether that's from the narrative told on this news station or this person in your social media telling you this is how they live their life and that they are this amazing being because they have this money and this will give you fulfillment, this cash, and like there's so many layers to the cake of fulfillment. And yeah, I've really been able to evolve a lot. I mean, I know throughout this, lots of people had hardships during this whole COVID situation and kind of, figuring out what's really good for them, what's not good for them, whether that's people or things they like, and, just waking them up in great directions. And, for this year for me has been gold. It has truly been gold, to be honest. Um, this is called the Master Key. And I see this as L the Alchemist live chat. And there's still things I have to learn and get fixed. But regardless, the Master Key. I'm going to have it as the. You can just type that in Google. I should have it as my thumbnail for this. And I wanted to just kind of talk about what that has been able to do for me. And soon I'll be coming on the Become a Living God website on one of their podcasts where I break it down some too. So I'm not going to give you all the gems, but I'm definitely here to give you a couple, that's for sure. A couple of Kickstarters. Well, it all began in a faraway place a long time before time. The beginning of the year, actually. And I've always had this journal. This is my little journal, which, if you watch Solomon's Son, you'll see me going out in a desert and grabbing a journal. And, well, there's going to be actually an L the Alchemist underlined story that's going on this whole entire time that may or may not turn into a show or a movie, but that's just, that it's still in its little seeds, little seeds might root something, but I like to I can use an ordinary journal, like I have those two to draw like sigils or whatever on, but like this, when I go out of this, it's something that's like means a lot to me. And so for everyone most of you probably understand what the sigils, how to use a sigil and charge one, but I'm just gonna tell you a little bit of how I like to do it. By whatever it is you're drawing. Now, I haven't really even been using many sigil workings myself recently. Besides Santolok, I did one for, and I made it, and then I went through. I don't know if anyone here has seen J.S. Garrett's Do It Yourself of Santolok. It's really awesome. You should definitely check that out. But besides that, I've just been really using this as kind of the gateway into things. But the first time I did anything with the master key, I made it sigil out on the paper here, and then I bled a little blood on it, and I was looking at it and putting my intent into it, and I forget the very first thing. I think it was just a phone call. I was trying to communicate with someone. I couldn't get any. There's nothing, and I got to a point. I think the whole entire situation was. I was like, how am I gonna get him to get a hold of me? And I was like, I might as well test this because it's a universal symbol from all the research I did. Well, all the prerequisite, I would say. And I burned it, and I felt like this energy like wave like go over me. Like I was like kind of like I was felt awake for like 2 days, like energetically. And I remember even like Simyaza was the one who gave that symbol to J.S. Garrett, and he's the one that brought that one to life, and where I found it in the first place. And yeah, it felt so boom with so much energy. Like at nighttime, I'd have to say, hey, I'm not trying to. I'm trying to sleep. I need to make this energy go down. And so I learned a lot about that. But after I did that, like a minute later, the phone call came to me I was waiting on. So right there, I was like, holy crap. I was super intrigued, and there's that energy thing to it. So I went on this little quest on testing out different things and trying to figure out other things. And so one of the great things that I've seen with it, universally that is so while I was playing Call of Duty, I was like, you know what, I want to get really good at sniping. I want to get really good at sniping. So can you help me be able to do that? And then when I do that, it was awesome. Like I was getting way better at the game, learning things super quick, and like things were coming together like boom, boom, boom. And I was like, that's interesting. And then I got a job where I drive, and I've always been like pretty good of a driver. I'd say good though. Like I didn't feel like fully confident, but I also didn't feel inconfident. But when I was working with Key, and I was saying, help me be able to learn this and understand it better, and just kind of help myself with all these other things, it really helped me in so many ways. And whether that's just to be new lessons or someone tell me this on a passerby, or just like learning how to do things with way more confidence. And I just kept using it with multiple different things. And then I started working with spirits, and like, well, the reason why I haven't been drawing sigils, and really is just because I am a universal circle, and I see this symbol as a way to either communicate with the watchers, as a gateway. So like if I was like, Raphael, can you please come in here? Raphael, come to my temple. And then he was just be able to come, like just boom, because it's jumping through here, right out into there. But I mean, he can also come the other way, but kind of something like that, or a universal just like symbol of energy and power and like raw power. So the way I was working with it was I was just shooting it in there as a raw power. What's going on, Tara? What's going on? Bugga 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 bugga. And so I'd use this raw power, and I would put it into this energy, and then I would call the being, and then they'd take that energy, and then they'd be able to use it for the manifestation. And I thought that was super cool. So I did that for multiple different workings, from money to love to endurance, just like multiple different things. And like it was just downloads, being told this, that, and the other. And I mean, really, since then, I mean, I got even to a point where there's some things I'm gonna save because I want you to watch the Become Living God video that will be coming out. But I mean, you can work with anything, like in a sense of whether it's something in nature, like a nature spirit. I feel like I can just call them forth and they come to me, and it's very natural and easy to do, easier to do, I should say, you still have to be in touch in that feeling, and you can't just be like, oh, it's all just gonna hop and come to me anyways. You know, you have to put in that work and make that whole entire situation come about. But um, I was just able to really do take things to the next level, and I eventually now working with Shinyaza. I've been working with him, and I've been able to just find out more about myself, like on a deeper level, on the whole entire gambit of like, what do you really want? What are you really going after? What is the vision? What is the vision? How are you going to make that come to life? And, you know, from working with this spirit makes you learn this, which then makes you hop into this pantheon. I've been working with the Greeks recently, too. And that's awesome. That is super wild and awesome. I mean, I just feel like I'm in this new, like, there's these different blocks in my life. And there's a Super Saiyan block, Super Saiyan 2, and the Super Saiyan 3. And it's just a mental thing I do. Now, you might find it to be absolutely crazy and everything else, but I see my life with multiple sagas, and I'm just living through that, and there's like different things I learn within each one, and this has just been the most expanding, and it was just as simple as making this key and putting that intent into it and then burning it, and it was able to just help me, you know, evolve quick. Like it was like, and entered the program. Oh yeah, and then we got Katie up in here, bug it up, and like, it's just been able to help me like evolve and adapt into someone greater and better, and figure out all these steps I need to be doing to you know go up to this final mission. So I mean, if you have worked with it, or if you have not worked with it, you should definitely give it a go. As for like the Greeks, working with them, I've been learning history, and I've been having a great time learning these history lessons about like what the ancient text is like. Who like Gaia was one of the first beings alive before the universe, and all these other things like of like other ancient texts. And it doesn't matter like which pantheon it is. There's so many connecting same things, and just trying to you know tap more into that and figure that out. But it's really it's kind of crazy because it's kind of like you get a carrot and you climb up this mountain and you get up there at a high level, high area, and you see this perspective of wow, this is super awesome. This is amazing. But then you find out all these other questions, all these other doors that have opened up, and you've been jumping after those. So I hope everyone's been evolving and doing great. You know, I work on my music a lot. I just keep putting in that work, making this stuff come to life to see the you know fruits of that and why I'm doing it. You know, because if you just wake up in the morning and you don't have a purpose behind your why, then you're not going to be able to keep pushing forward every single day. You have to have that purpose and that drive, and that's something I've been learning a lot about. A lot about. Let me take a peek at the chat. Oh, nice, Tara. That's really awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of introspect. It's a lot of shamanism, honestly. That's something huge. I've been reading Hyperion Diabolicum and learning about like these different substances. And I've done lots of substances and places you're allowed to do them. And there's just a ton from that that's like really true, and it magnifies like when you smoke weed, like you know you're looking at lessons like. But you get lots of anxiety and stuff and all that stuff. It's kind of crazy because you get hit with all these lessons and flashes, and just you know like there's different ways to having your mind see things and opening it. And you know there's people that you know when they do psychedelics they throw up, and some people throw up like blackness, and that happened to me. First time I was on a psychedelic, it was like throwing up darkness and blackness, and it was crazy. And I don't know. It was. It felt like it definitely got rid of something back in the day. It was a negative mind space back then when I did that. And just kind of learning about, like, I don't know, it's knowing yourself. And when you're on dips, sometimes you're in a different state of mind, but then you still see yourself. You can see yourself at a different angle and a different thing along that line. But yeah, super awesome. And I'm also seeing different animals I want to work with, their totems. And I'm building this totem pole, spiritual totem pole, which will eventually manifest into a physical one. Of all these animals that have really been awesome to me, and have showed themselves some pretty magical ways. Whether it's in their numbers or just flying at me or into me, like really making sure their presence is known. And so I just feel called to now work with their totem of each of the great spirits. And there's also an insect in there, but I better behave and not tell anyone what it is. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. I give two. Ooh, you did one for. See, I think an owl and a frog would be crazy. For sure, goose. For sure, goose. That's the only one I'm telling. For sure, goose. And before I end this live stream, I will be playing a new single going to be coming out. It's not done yet, but I'm going to play about half of it so we can all get a little bit goosed. Yeah, so it'll be really cool. But yeah, using the key, I just wanted to touch upon and also get on here and just kind of let people know, like, give it a try. Go after it. Whether it's just your intent looking into it, and you're just making an energy ball with it, or the watchers. I mean, that's another thing. It's like if you just work with the key and you say, "Hey, can any of you can Shimyaza? Can you challenge Shimyaza for him to have any of the watchers come there? You know, they have their perfection into that, whatever that means, money, love, blah blah blah, and they'll be able to come there and help you, even if you don't even know their name." So that's something really interesting and cool too. Or you can just be like, can I work with the master key and like use all three of those things I was talking about in one working, and that's a Kamehameha, like without a doubt, and it'll bring about some crazy and cool stuff. Um, I mean, there's a little bit more I guess I could tell you about like my mantras and all those type of things. I'm finding in the morning when I meditate that not only should you meditate and get that at least 10 minutes, maybe get up to, for me it's between 10 and 20 minutes. And unless I'm like, honestly, if it's rough for me to get up, I'll do it for like 30 minutes. The first 5 minutes is like just intense breathing, which is honestly really good, but sometimes it's like that's all I can do. I'm just like, yeah, so. But yeah, it's been super awesome. Just trying to get that right coding down for myself, and then I've been doing mantras that are in the Hindu pantheon within my morning ritual, as well as that Thanksgiving and just like gratitude for my life, the people in my life, the situations in my life. And some days are phenomenal, some other days there's lots of growth, but I know the life I'm living in has been manifested from all these workings. Like this whole entire year has changed my perspective, who I am, what I'm going after, and also help me be able to see with like clear eyes, like the treasure and the goals I'm going for. And that's awesome. Sometimes you have to go through those hardships. And I'm not saying you're going to get everything you want really easy with the Master Key. I mean, there's a lot of things I had to go through for lessons to learn. Like for me now where I'm at, I'm like, hell yeah, I got it. But I had to really work hard and also like, put in the work. That's one of the biggest things too. I've been realizing you have to put in the work, and I can be impatient. I mean, we all probably can be impatient, honestly. And I just want to burn this. That's a fact. I want to be able to understand it takes that everyday the works, and you get it when you're supposed to instead of getting it, and then it all burn apart because you couldn't be able to hold that treasure. You know, you got to train to hold, just like when you're in the food, making food at a restaurant. You know, you're grabbing down the plates, but shit, that first week, it's gonna hurt your hand. You know, but after about 2 months, you know, you kind of eat a little easier. I forget what they call that. Get the padding on you, but you guys are awesome. Awesome in the chat. I appreciate you, Tara and Katie. Yeah, You know, because I just wanted to come on this and, like, just, like, be live chat, be real. Like, things have been super awesome, and I've been doing lots of works, and the key of Shinyazu has been a huge thing of my evolution, and plus I've been working with, like, spirit, like, going back and at it, and understanding that. And I also know that makes a lot of energy, and that also makes a lot of holy smokes. But at least I'm enjoying it. You know, I'm actually really enjoying it. I enjoy my life, and I love myself more than I ever have. And I have people in my life who are able to help me, push me to grow in amazing ways, and like fulfill my heart, and like all these other corny things. Like, life is super great, and you have to be grateful, and also keep putting in the work, and keep setting those goals, and also, okay, let me. I was doing Sober October, and I ended up getting a nicotine pen twice within this, and threw them away like during the process. But I learned, like, you know, I might not have been perfect on my whole entire thing, and it's still not over, and I've still not been perfect. But sometimes it's about setting goals and going after things, and even if we don't hit them, we're able to learn things in the process and understanding ourselves better. And it's no excuse, and it's not you fall off the horse and you just let the horse take off running. No, you're going to get back on the horse. You're going to keep going, but you're also not going to be mad at yourself for falling off the horse in the first place, because breaking structures and changing things in your life, whether that's eating healthy, getting into like a morning ritual, or doing meditation, or anything, like, honestly, it takes time and work, and I still got so much left to grow and be able to take care of, and figuring out that right thing to hop into, like how to activate my highest goals and my highest vision. Like, I am doing it, and I think it's just I'm not doing it as fast as I think I want to, but I understand the principles of the building of it. So, you know, it's just me complaining into, oh, blah blah blah, me and my ego mind state, instead of just like, yeah, thankful, every day's crazy, every day's great. And I see this time as a time of the future is a mystery, you know, to everyone. I mean, some people could be afraid, and some other people can be like, you know, all right with what's going on, or maybe giving themselves an excuse to be irrational. But I see it as very hopeful and a great future, but I also see it as a time where it's just kind of a make or break situation going on here. And I mean, it adds more fuel too, you know, when you have more people around you who support you and have you go after your goals. I have more downloads in that sense of like being told by spirit or someone about things that elevate the process in which I do things, and like also seeing just like the big main reason why I want to build the audience that I'm trying to build and build the empire I am, having a purpose behind it. And once you see how that purpose, you look up in the sunset and you'll see a goose flying into the sunset, or any other mystical bird, the ho-ho off of Pokemon, you know? Can't catch that, but it can always give you inspiration. Always give you inspiration. But you know what? I think that that's fine. I think that this is good. I'm gonna play Goose Goose, half of it, and then I'm gonna hop off. I just want to hop on and literally give a little breakdown of a few things that went on, hit some content out for y'all today, and let me get this going for you. Let's see if this will work.
I hope y'all ready to get goose.
Let me know if you guys hear it. inside of the chat.
Juice. Hey, I feel like Zeus. Flying so high, floating on my glide, looking so fly through the clouds in the sky. I can't deny I'm the sunglasses guy. Let me specify where the song is my way to get loose, loose, loose. Lightning on wings, zoos, zoos. Now say with me, goes, 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 goes.
All right, that's it, everyone. That's it. I'm giving that little sneak peek. I got to shoot my most recent music video yesterday. So I got awesome content. Also, let me guys know what your favorite types of foods are. And also if you have a favorite protein bar, because you'll see coming up very shortly the next saga. Well, I guess you could say it's another episode in this new saga, and it's pretty corny. So like and subscribe, and thank you guys all for watching. I am going